Okay, it's time to let's get pretty. Now, let's see what we have here. We have our loading scene. We have our skybox scene. The one with free assets. That's interesting stuff to play with, not a critical one. We have colors. Same thing. It's interesting. We have the colliders. I don't know what I hit, but yeah, colliders, double click. Yeah, this has the collider code and the trigger. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to go down to here, loading scene. And this is going to sound crazy. Delete it. And then let's rename colliders to loading scene. And we can get rid of this old one here too that was part of it. Alright. Remember, loading scene is just my name for me to find the one that I want to load first when the game starts. You could call it my first scene. You could call it intro. Some people call it room. Some people call it meeting room if you're going to have a multi-user game. You can have any name you want. It's just the name I happen to pick. Alright, so now let's start to make it pretty. We have a rock. Alright, let's do the skybox just because I think it looks better. And so this is what you're going to do. You're going to, at this point, you're going to start diverging from me a lot because it's going to be artistic stuff. The code stuff, you'll just copy and paste what I do. But the artistic stuff, I'd like you to pick stuff that you like. I'm going to go back here and if I would click the correct one, I really like, let's see, where is it? Milky Way. I like Milky Way, so I'm going to use Milky Way. You use whatever you want to use for your lighting, but let's add a skybox to your game. And I'm going to show you something else that's kind of helpful. Here I'm going to go down into, let's see, imported rock package. This is where we got our rocks from. Meshes. What happens if I put this mesh on here? Oh, that's the whole rock. That's not what I wanted. How do I let go of it? I'm going to put it up here where we can't do anything. Materials, maybe that was it. Let's take rock 1 and put it on the floor. Son of a gun, look at that. So all we did was drag the mesh from a particular rock onto the floor. And I'm going to try, that was 6, this is 5, this is 4, interesting, doesn't do much. This is 3, this is 2, I like 2. This is 1, this is one called ground, which doesn't look too impressive. I think it was 3 I like. No, maybe it was 4. No, maybe it was 5. Well, I don't know which one it was. Yeah, I'll stick with 1. So, alright, so now what we've done, we've just made it, it's still flat, but it looks like something other than green ugly, right? Alright, and so that's kind of one thing to do. We've got a rock. Now, I want you to go to the asset store, and I want you to come over here when the screen finally finishes coming up, and I want you to type in trees, and then I want you to click free, and I want you to find some trees you like. Now, you see how these look? Now, if you want your game to, that's a style. I think it's a low poly style, which means a low detail. If you want to make a low poly world, that's cool. Some of them are great. If you want to make a realistic world or a tree collection, I don't even know what some of these are. You know, like here, it has multiple trees and stuff in it. And remember, when you do this, you're going to be the expert on this asset compared to me because it's clear I haven't even loaded them. Big oak, I love big oak trees. But remember, when you look at it, let's go into, I'm going to right click and open rather than, and then I'm going to go scroll down. Remember, we want to make sure it's built-in compatible because we're not using, see, it's not even compatible with URP or HDRP. Make sure it's built-in compatible. read this. This is a free version only with the built-in pipeline. If you want HDR, so if you can buy the more, you can buy ones that support the higher resolution if you want. I don't know what a DE environment is. Okay. And then just package contents, just kind of look over here what it's going to contain. Might not make any sense to you, but sometimes it's worth it. And you read something and you go, oh, that sounds interesting, especially if it's free, and you might want to try it out, or you might not want to try it out. Only 5 stars. A lot of free assets don't have a lot of reviews, so if you like it, go back and give them a review because they gave it to you. Then here you can get to the publisher's info and asset quality. This is just kind of a generic thing. You can go to the publisher's store here, and it shows everything that they have, right? So they have the nature packs, which are cool. Forest packs are all cost money though. So this is when you get really serious. Realistic terrain. That's cool. Some of this stuff looks kind of cool. I'm not sure I would pay money for some of these. There's so many free ones. But an old Soviet cabin. I'm not sure why. Okay, I'm glad that it's old and Soviet, I guess, but as opposed to new and Soviet. I don't know. Anyway, terrain. Oh, that's $4.99. Anyway, I want you to pick assets that you want. And let's see. I'm going to go back. Where was I? I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to go back and pick the one I didn't see before that I think I like. I think I'm going to take this one. I think it was this one. Trees. Yeah. I'm going to add that to my assets. And then open in Unity. And mobile tree. Interesting. Low poly trees. Now, see, that's the thing I didn't notice on the other web page. So I don't want low poly trees. You might. I don't want low poly trees. So this particular lesson is going to be just me showing you things to look for and such. And where are we? Let's find, oh, free, yeah. Free assets. Mobile realistic. Did that one say mobile? I just didn't notice it. It didn't. I did say it. I just didn't notice it. Mountain terrain, rocks. And that'll do, I think, for this. Let me look at the details, view feed full details. It's built-in compatible. It might come with a full scene, in which case I'm not sure I want it. Package contents, prefabs, mountain terrain, rocks, and a tree. Okay, so it has one tree and rocks. Probably not. Anyway, I'm going to end this video and I'm going to pick a tree resource I like, and I'm going to put at least 10 trees in this world. So I want you to do the same. Pick a tree asset that's free, and then once it's there, you'll find it'll add a directory, which you sometimes have to find, and it'll have prefabs. Remember, save your project. Go to the backup one, make a backup copy if you have to first, just to make sure, because this is going to be some experimenting for you. And then if what you're doing works, you can delete the backup and use the real one. There's a directory usually called prefab. You can drag stuff there directly onto the scene and move them around. So I'll see you in the next video. And where's the off button?